Eastern with the steal. No gel Eastern, no finish there, but an offensive board from Newton. Extra pass from the corner to Bailey. Got it. Back-to-back threes for Minnesota to begin.
Ability to defend in man-to-man, and it's really good low post score to basketball.
Bailey goes to work, playing off 2 feet, and the lefty jumper in the lane.
Really good game early here.
Harris lost the handle initially. Recovers to spray it out to the corner for 3. Cam Matthews converts.
Comes out, show you he can become a 3-and-D guy.
Edwards puts his back to the basket, gets back, left shoulder, and with some soft touch. Minnesota with an early advantage and looking for more with Tristan Newton. Bailey off a couple of screens, comes to get it, using the early shot fake to roll it through. How about 21-year-old Leonard Miller's impact at both ends at 6'10"?
And you got some stability at the top of your franchise. You know, just finalizing the sell of the team, but this team is really playing well. Rockets have gone to the 2-3 zone. They've been carved up in their man-to-man.
Still no answers defensively for Martez Brown and the Timberwolves.
The teams, I know we talked about it already, where Kevin Durant ends up with the Houston Rockets, we know, but Minnesota was one of the clubs that were rumored to be in the mix.
Cam Matthews pours in a 3.
You won't hang in the air long enough to outweigh the length of some of these defenders.
Only 2 giveaways, 2 missed shots so far for Minnesota as Moses Brown goes to work.
Rockets are lucky there. No one saw him. Better pass. He would have been able to finish.
Kennedy Chandler goes right past Rocco Zakarski. Yeah. Fulton surveys. 10 to shoot. Spins away from Wilson and hits the brakes. Newton rising and hitting for 3.
Better job there by C.J. Newton.
Des Watson in the contest for Minnesota. Also Babacar Sane. Grabs his own and puts it back.
Good drive there. What's been going on? I can't knock one down. Finally gets a good look there. Good for him.
Bailey, sweet pass. Sane denied. Ledlam's been everywhere. Ledlam's been everywhere.
He's the defender. He gets that. He knows his only chance of making in this league is being a defender.
Wow, Harris goes 0 to 60.
There you go. Couple games and he started out fast and then struggled, and he's heating up, and the Rockets need his scoring.
Bailey, Edwards spins it through and 1. Final 6 seconds. Amari Bailey and the Wolves have had all of the first quarter, and that's how they finish. Come on, Harris.
You know, evaluating talent. And, you know, what do these clubs go about? How do they go about evaluating the talent? I think sometimes in the summer league, it's
on what he might have in front of him. 3rd year in the league, but 2nd on the floor as a contributor.
Well, one, as you see, coming back from that Achilles injury takes some time. The impact they have in protecting the rim and what it means to them. So having a guy that can defend on the perimeter, again, he's just got to work on, can he develop knocking down shots consistently?
Matthews from arms in transition.
Well, Jay Clark wants to be like him as a defender, but having that perimeter defender like a guy like that, and it's big on a Lakers squad. So we'll see the impact that he has. Harris has picked it back up. We talked about it. He really good offensively early in the week, settled down, and he's picked it back up.
Tristan Newton dared to launch, and he buries the 3. Bailey and Newton combining for 24 for the Timberwolves. Here's Newton creating. Edwards patient with the gather. Spinning into his 2nd attempt and 1.
We talked about his playing behind a guy like Rudy Gobert, the information that he knows how to play as a big and play defense.
Adonis Arms rips a 3.
We talked about it. Arms and Harris had to be efficient offensively. You throw Matthews into that mix, and Rockets are battling.
Bailey able to sneak underneath. Newton. Oh, off the window from straight on. They all count the same.
The league in China is really good. A lot of guys go over and play.
Newton the lob and the finish. Jesse Edwards.
As long as Great Osborne is inside, and he's going to struggle to finish.
Too much rim protection.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't have enough lift inside against those guys.
So Kennedy Chandler bombs away from the outside.
And Great Osborne is good in getting position, but he can't
Extra pass and a clean dunk.
That's what he needs. And he's like your secondary ball handler, too. He's not always your primary decision maker, but he can run point when needed.
Pocket pass here. And a left-handed rim rocker from Zakarski.
Complete off season and everything gets a chance, and Naz Reid just got his extension.
Jermaine Samuels running with Harris to the rim, and they crush two more with arms.
They've got to be able to defend and get out in transition like that as well, because when they get into half court, they've struggled with the shot blocking and the length inside from Zakarski and Epps.
Great cut. Sane with the dunk and give the assist to Rocco Zakarski. Samuels looking for three. Splash.
Try to get those bigs out, see if they can make Minnesota play without their bigs, but right now, they just can't. They don't have any rim protection. Doesn't deter anybody from driving it. The question becomes, when they play a small ball group, the way the Rockets are playing them right now, can they win 4 games in the playoffs against that talent? I think they need to get some of their guards have to step up. With Mike Conley at his age, you need to keep him fresh all year long, and all he has to do is just do what he does, and that's just be an efficient bucket getter. The defensive ability of this franchise is already set. The toughness and the culture is already established.
Zakarski's back in. He was the target there, but nice hands from Jermaine Samuels Jr. to win the possession for the Rockets. Chandler challenging. Chandler finishing through contact. Similar pattern to our first half. 8 of the last 10 now belong to the Rockets, who are back in this. Bailey trying to silence their charge. That's the dimension he hasn't quite put on display yet. Everything's been at the cup for him. Malik Wilson from the foul line. Got it. Able to navigate it. Rockets settle into their possession. Arms to Brown. Nice touch in the lane from Moses Brown. Nursing their 84-75 lead at the end of the period. A turnover leading to a run out. Chandler rinses it with 2 hands.
No, not at all.
I half expected him to just decline those questions.
She's been a rock star. She's been a sneaky MVP here in Vegas. When they start talking about had a turnover trying to pass it away, he's got to get comfortable enough to try to get a floater or something.
Sane puts it up. That works.
Around the rim, dunker spot, playing off the guard's penetration. But this is where he's going to make his money. Staying in front of the basketball and protecting that rim.
Good cut by Wilson, and he wraps it around with the right. Summer League finale for both these franchises. Game number 5 for the Rockets and the Wolves. Wilson falling away. Stay hot, Malik Wilson.
Why not?
Kane has it poked away. Asabor gets the Rockets started. Arms at the other end. And the putback from the big.
It is. It is. The big can just get it off the glass. He's already established position instead of trying to throw it through the defense.
Eastern getting north-south.
There you go. But you got to get Edwards away from that rim.
Wilson's had the hot hand. He cannot miss. It's a tough empty trip for Houston right when they were seizing momentum. Of course, they can change that in a hurry. Harris another steal. Numbers with Chandler to the rim. Rocket fuel. They're alive. Eastern full head of steam. May have got away with an extra step there. Ball don't lie.
Yeah, he took about 3 or 4.
Asabor stepping through. That's more like it from great Asabor.
Yeah. He was in the G League Next Up game, and he actually earned MVP honors. I actually gave him the award myself. That means he was the best player in the G League All-Star game, essentially.
3 minutes to go. Timberwolves cling to a 2-point lead. Kane out of the corner, and it falls. Kane with the 3 flings it over to Chandler. That was left all the way. Fight for the board. Houston has it again. Chandler got it on the second attempt. They've led the scoring charge. Arms comes away with a critical steal. Crossing over in transition. And the Rockets are on the high side for the first time today.
I think he misses it. Oh. I wouldn't have given him a chance. Great win by the Houston Rockets. Great week. Great to be with all of you guys.